Shalom. Kal halalim la Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Shalom Barakar, Shabbat Shalom. All praises, honor, glory, blessings, and power be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone that rule well. And Shalom to the prophets of the body, and Shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. May peace and blessings and the spirit of endurance be upon you and your households. Okay. Now, we know Esau, Edom, the
spending a
white
bit of time with us. Now, if your child has ever looked like this in the screen behind me, I don't need to tell you just how awful measles can be.
Sorry about that. The YT man is a mad scientist, okay? Now, they're doing things in ways, it's not always just focusing on a particular area, even though we know why they create what they create in the laboratories, certain diseases, methods to depopulate the earth, but also with the, by the way, copyright fair use, 1976, okay? With the influx and this, the all the migrants that are coming in, right? They are going to blame diseases, right? Be it NIPAH or anything else or any other name that they come out with, they're going to blame it. Well, the people that are out there, right? As well as AI, as well as crisis actors, as well as people making comments, all right? They are going to blame the migrants, okay? You look at the comments here, all right? You got major measles outbreak continue to sweep across parts of London and West Midlands. This is from 11 hours ago. Funny how we as a country got rid of measles. I wonder what has happened to make it for it to come back. We all know why. Interesting, the locations. London and the West Midlands. London and West Midlands. London and the West Midlands is a big brown population. That's what they're alluding to. Okay. But what these devils forget is, right? It was them that actually brought the diseases over. Example, America will be one. Okay. Prior to the so-called YT man coming to the land of America or Arsareth or New Egypt or Babylon, right? When they got to Arsareth, it was a clean, hygienic place where the tribe of Gad, did their thing. They were residing there. Okay, the so-called native Indians, right? And then when they came over, they brought pigs over. The so-called YT man brought swine over, brought rats over, brought diseases over. Because the so-called YT man, Esau Edom, does not wash, does not shower. The term hygiene does not exist in the so-called YT man's head. All right, but yet they blame all these diseases on people of color, when it was actually the people of color, mainly the Israelites, right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians, and those Israelite foreigners that gave these Edomites game. Because our people are very generous. Our people are very humane, actually too humane, if that's a term you can use. They're too nice. And niceness, it reminds me of that statement, I believe, is from White Man Can't Jump. I don't know who it was. It's been a while since I've seen the movie when they're playing on the basketball court and you got the Edomite there, the one who used to star in the show Cheers. He says, what did he say? Oh yeah, it was Wesley Snipes saying, or one of the other guys saying that the Indian shook the hand with the pilgrim and look who got FUCK'd, right? And they don't want to shake the YT man's hand. And that's Esau Edom's, track record. Wherever they go, there's carnage. All right. It's carnage. And after the 1/9 situation, you would think people would wake up. Okay. But reading these comments, which I believe a lot of them are AI. There's also literal comments there as well. I usually dumbass Edomites that were going to school, and even if they didn't learn a damn thing, okay, and they probably got like 3, 4 teeth missing in their mouth. The British version of hillbillies, believe everything that their government tells them. But nevertheless, this is all meant to happen. This is all prophecy. Okay, let me just uh, go to the scriptures, because we got something called an immune system. You don't need no kind of vaccination. Obviously, we found out later on in life, and because when we were born, we took vaccinations. We didn't know anything about these things, and et cetera, over during our high school period and all that. Okay, but Brakti Abashimashah, the Lord blessed us with the intellect and knowledge, not to a spiritual shield over us. Okay, the hopeful elect, not to even take the 1-9 snake juice. Okay, but some people did, and we've seen what's been happening with them today. Okay, they've just been falling over, right? Keeling over, literally keeling over. All right. um, all right, because what they'll probably do is they'll probably create a bunch of new enhanced steroid fueled type um, new diseases to sort of well, what they really want to do is depopulate the earth, right? According to the Georgia Guidestones, they want to take it to is it 500 million people, so an amount they can control. Esau Edom, you're not like this. You're not. You can't be God, Esau Edom. If you got to depopulate the earth to such a small amount, how can you compare yourself to the Most High? Okay, let's go to pestilence scripture. Let's go to Matthew 24, 6 and 8. Matthew 24, verses 6. Matthew 24, okay. And Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? So we've been hearing rumors of wars, and we've been hearing the war drums, banging in the back, in the background, so to speak. Right? We've been hearing that. We can feel some things in the air. We can feel it through the spirit. And then on top of that, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shemeshai, are constantly coming out with different intricate pieces of news, something that you didn't even know about, something new, something deep, something spiritual. It's amazing because, each of our prophets that we learn from, man, are like another, a part of the Lord's anatomy, man, because they're coming out with different information. It's amazing, right? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. All right. I just watched brother Uriah, Elder Uriah from GMS Chicago. Right. Well, it was early in the early hours for me, about 2, 3 in the morning in the UK. A video, Elder was saying that, he's finished his job, and I think he's I don't know. I think he's in the West Coast last time. Maybe he's moving around. I'm not sure. Because I think he's, well, anyway, he basically said that one of the brothers from the West Coast, I believe, had a dream of famines. People were hungry and starving, and people were like, rushing places and knocking down. They were basically trying to get to food because people were hungry. And the brother in the video said that he was hungry too, and which means this is a good sign, because we're at that time where Jacob's trouble is going to kick in. Okay, so only a couple more things to go. The amplification, increase of Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30 verse 7, Revelation 13:16, this micro C-hip, and then Revelation 11:14. Just a couple more things to really get going. And then, the Hawashai is around the corner. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, right? NIPAH, now this new measles thing, all right? We've been seeing earthquakes, thousands of earthquakes happening around the world, man, every year. And they've been increasing and increasing and increasing, like the birth pains when a woman is about to give birth, all right? So we know, and that's what it feels like. It's like, the kingdom is about to be born, so to speak, and just waiting for the return of Yahushua. You know, all hell is about to break loose, right? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so all these are the beginning of sorrows, man. They're going to keep saying, oh, peace and safety. But, though they say peace and safety, sudden destruction cometh upon them like a woman in travail, and they shall not escape. I'm paraphrasing scripture there, but the only people that are going to escape and be safe are the elect in America, the 1/3, and elect members around the world. Okay? From any kind of, the elect will be protected in America, and with the 1/3 will be protected in America, and the rest of the elect members around the world will be protected. Okay? Job 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Okay? They're doctors. Doctors, what do? Okay? They doctor shit, which means falsify. That's what Dr. Falsey is about, right? This is what they do. They keep you in a perpetual cycle of using their medication so you never get better. Okay, they never go to the root cause. It's like having it's like gardening, for example. You're trying to get rid of all the vegetation that is basically just to tidy up the garden. You're trying to get rid of all the I forgot the term now, man. All the weeds. You're trying to get rid of all the weeds. For example, if you've got brickwork on your back garden, on your paving or whatever, sometimes you get the odd bit of weed coming through. You get weeds in your garden, right? Instead of going to the root cause and pulling it out, you're just trimming it, and it grows back and it grows back and it grows back stronger. That's what doctors do. They don't go to the root cause, to get rid of the cancer. They just trim it. They don't get to the root cause and pluck it out. They just trim it. And this is their medication. Okay? Job 13 verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Okay? Regardless of whoever's orchestrating, okay, this, right, it's all prophecy, it's all meant to happen. Okay? And Yahweh Shemashai is going to make everything happen in his own divine time. All right? And okay, so this pestilence thing is twofold, man. The way I'm looking at it, is it's going to amplify the RACE war, Jacob's trouble. Okay, because they're going to blame people of with Hugh that they are the problem. Okay, or they brought in, or these things are happening because all these migrants are coming in, and then on top of that, they're going to push some kind of vaccination, which will probably be, whatever they've created in their lab, like a mad scientist, man, it's probably going to be something hardcore, isn't it? Something amplified. But we'll see. Anyway, let's play the video.
It's highly contagious, can cause serious health complications, and is currently a growing problem in parts of London and the West Midlands. As Bradley Harris now explains, it's unvaccinated children under 10 who are most at risk.
Made it. Oh, come on.
Vaccinations help wrap your child up in the best protection from diseases like measles and whooping cough.
If you thought conditions like measles had been eradicated a long time ago, think again. The government seems so concerned about it, they launched a national campaign to encourage parents to get their children vaccinated. Cases have been rising in England, with 96 people reported with measles since January. 61 have been in London alone and are said to be mainly children, with some being treated in hospital. The West Midlands accounted for 25 measles cases. In Scotland, 2 people have been infected by the virus. However, Wales and Northern Ireland have seen
Just bear with me. It's just it's always an issue when making a video, right?
0 measles cases so far this year.
So measles infection is so contagious that if you are exposed to someone in a room with measles, or you pass someone in a room with measles and you haven't been vaccinated, there's a really high chance that you're going to catch it. For most patients, this is a relatively short illness, hopefully lasting over only a week or so. But unfortunately for children, there can be more significant consequences. We know 1 in 5 children that are unvaccinated have to go to hospital with measles.
There are concerns that this outbreak is linked to the low number of people who are taking up the mumps, measles and rubella vaccination, known as MMR. Health experts say that for every 1 person infected, measles can spread to up to 18 unvaccinated people. A school in North London, an area which has seen a spike in cases, has warned parents their children could be excluded from school if they're not fully vaccinated against the virus. Now, according to the NHS website, measles usually starts with cold-like symptoms, followed by a rash a few days later. Some people may also get small spots in their mouth. A number of free catch-up clinics around the UK are available for children to stay immunised. The UK was declared measles-free in 2017, but lost its status in January when the World Health Organization said there was a rise in deaths from the disease and a fall in vaccine uptake. Just over 84% of children received 2 doses of the MMR vaccine between 2024 and 2025. The recommended figure is 95%. The government will be hoping their latest campaign will meet that target. Bradley Harris, 5 News.
All right, I'm going to leave it there now. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yeshai, Bashem Rakak Shalom.